Morning, Mrs. Stoner. How are you?
Good morning. Well, I guess the D Day is here, so to say. We've got to work out
Or,
how we're going to deal with these grapes, I
or the
guess.
GJ for Grace.
Did you see how much money we've got now?
Yeah, 39,000. Not too bad. Look at this sunrise. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's very beautiful.
I love how it silhouettes over the cell tower. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it's the view of the countryside, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Trees are starting to turn as well. A little bit of red in the air.
Is there any way for us to see how our little... I love our little thing over here that we chuck in
Our
front
gas
here.
tank.
Very cute.
What do you call it? LPG bottles for the
That's
barbecues.
it.
Yeah, if we look at on the right hand side, if you go to your hamburger menu, we can look at the finances.
The
And
lines, yes.
and I think it's under the dollar signs. Yeah, under the dollar sign. If
Yeah.
you look at September, you'll see the profits we made. So property income, 545. That was probably, is that the one? And then contract income down the bottom. Yeah, so the 545, I think, may have been from that cell tower and from the gas bottle rentals. So we put them down late in the day, so we didn't get an entire day's worth, which is, I think, $1,000 worth. But yeah, they gave us $500.
Let's take it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and our money only went down by $200 or $300 overnight, so that covers the rental cost of the plow and everything else. Shall we commit to doing some grapes?
I think we need to.
So let's have a look at the
And before we
cost.
start with the grapes, let's have a look at some contracts for today too, because
Okay.
I think we were going to see if there was anything there that we wanted to do. We have, I think that we've run out of time for potatoes, but we do have a cultivating one there if we want it. There is a harvesting of soybeans and
Yeah.
there's a weeding contract. So the contracts aren't quite as exciting this month, I don't think.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap. $1,000 is not really worth getting out of bed for. The $4,000 one's all right, and that, how big is field 36? Is it a huge field? 36. It's not small, but it's not big either. Yeah, I think if one of us is spare and we have some time left, then probably we could do that.
For sure.
I think we should look at the cost of the harvester for the grapes. If we look at the
Well, I actually, because I'm a bargain hunter from way back. I
yeah,
actually went into the Squares menu and had a look at the used vehicle sale and check that out.
the quickie.
Whatever that is.
So you put this on the front of a tractor, and then you can put like pallet forks and other things on it. The
Oh,
tractor that we've got doesn't support that. So,
oh, what a tragedy.
but that's a really good way of getting a way of picking up pallets rather than like a forklift or a telehandler. Yeah, but unfortunately our Landini is not really designed. It's quite small and hasn't got the ability to put that type of attachment on the front. So that's not really going to work. So
How often does the used vehicle sale update? Is it every couple of months or every month?
I think it's every month. We're playing 1 day per month. You actually can set up the game to play all the way up to 28 days per month if you really want to go
I
slow.
think I think we saw it was the same for 2 days in a row for us. So that's interesting. So we'll still have to keep an eye on each time that a new day starts. All right. So what are we doing with these grapes? What do we need to do? What
Yeah,
do we need
let's have
to
a look at the
rent?
harvester. It is under the vehicles one and then grape technology. As we mentioned last time, we do have a modern stall that has a cheaper version that has less horsepower and stuff, less top speed. So this can only do 3 miles per hour where the inbox one does 4, but yeah, that's not much different. They both have 3,100 liters, so not that different. I'm thinking this is going to be a bit of a risk maybe, but
Oh,
my
oh, my blood pressure's going up just thinking about extra risk.
yeah, my plan is to do grapes perpetually. And so if we lease this, it's going to cost $7,650 today. And then every day we're going to owe an extra $1,500. And we've talked about this before. As we get these lease items, we're going to offset it by putting down things like solar energy or all these ones that have no
Or
touch
even
involved.
just when we're talking about harvesting grass, if we have the grass harvesting stuff, I'm assuming we can harvest this grass as well.
Yeah, definitely we can. So I
Yeah.
don't think there's much modification that we want to do on this. I think it's just a default purchase. I think the blue color is quite nice. So I'm going to pull the pin and
Okay.
lease this, and we are definitely now in the business of being vineyard owners. So let's. I'm going to jump across to the shop and go pick up the new harvester. And here it is. It looks gorgeous in this sunrise. So let's jump in, start the engine, and drive off home. What do you reckon?
It's very blue.
It is very blue.
Was blue your only colour choice?
No, you could have chosen another one. It is the default colour.
Okay, we're just going low rent right now.
Now, look at this. I lift it up. Fancy. And then we have to line it up, get it through the middle.
So do you have to do every single one where the grapes go underneath it?
Yeah, you're going to put it through the middle of the device.
Okay.
And then we turn it on, which is left button X, and it starts this vibration thing.
Oh, so that's how it's theoretically harvesting it.
Yeah, and then they're going to vibrate, and then they're going to fall to this conveyor belt at the back. And then they get lifted up, and they fall in. They go through these little conveyor belts to get rid of all the leaves and stuff, and fall into a tray underneath that. And so we can start going and have a look at that in action. And we are officially...
Wow, look at that. And you can see it where the grapes are gone on the behind you, and they're still there in the front.
We are officially farmers at this point, I think.
All right, and how much percentage does each of those things? It's probably like 2%, is it?
That was 107 litres and got us 3%.
Okay.
So just that little bit.
So it is a fair bit, really.
Yeah, that was a tiny little row too, so...
Yeah. Do we need this right now with the trailer on it, or do you want to wait till you've
we'll probably fill it up a fair way and then unload. What we do need it for is to go deliver it to wherever we're going to sell it to. So we may put the grapes in the shed there for a little while just to wait for the maximum price.
Sure.
I think what we might do is start a little time lapse as we go up and down here, and then maybe halfway along the way we can trade rolls and you can have a bit of a drive for a while. Well, let's get some of this done. I'm doing a terrible job lining it up. And yeah, let's get some tunes going, and we'll see you at the other end.
All right, it's like 93%, so at the end of this, maybe let's empty it out before we get started.
Yeah. I'm rushing down there with the...
And you said it's the back?
Yep, it's two kind of like funnels off the back. You can see on the back how there's...
How do I empty it, or do you just turn up and it does it?
I think it's going to be right button and Y, I want to say. Let me just get in the right place.
I'm not seeing anything that says anything about emptying it. So all I have is when I hit the left button, it's turn off harvester.
Right button. I think it's the right button. Right button.
That's honk and stop engine.
Maybe back up a little
And
bit.
both buttons are cruise control.
Maybe back up a little bit because I might be a little bit too far away. Try now.
Start overloading, right button and Y.
Yeah. Maybe move forward a tiny little bit.
I don't even remember which one's forward. Is it that
Yep,
one?
perfect. Wow, there's a couple of thousand.
There we go.
I got to 48%, so that's good news. That's quite a good load. So is it 2 left? Yeah, 2 rows left.
Yep, 2 rows left.
We were talking that the controls are really touchy. Like the wheels want to turn a lot when you're driving this.
Well, I think it's because the machine itself is be very square to the vines for it to go. So it can be a little frustrating with turning. And I think too, some of those trees at the front, I want to get out my axe. But I think they're pretty too, so we'll allow them to live for now.
Yeah, I think the turning spot at the end we were just at it's okay. That fence isn't too...
It's not great, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, yeah.
I don't know how you could make it better though, because all you need really is a big turning area, but it does waste a lot of space that could be used for vineyard, so I don't know.
So what do you reckon about these trees at this end? Do we think we need to get rid of them, or are they okay?
No, they're so pretty. And also we can deal with the momentary frustration once a year when the vineyard...
Yeah.
Is it only just once a year that these harvest?
Yep, just once a year.
Let's...
So we do have a mod installed that gives us cheaper vines. Normally for every meter, so this is I think 3 meters between posts, I want to say. Looking at, so we're at, or maybe 2 meters. I think it might be 2 meters
More
between
like
posts.
2, I'd say.
Every meter is $105 to plant, and so it's only getting 4 or 5 liters of grapes off, which is like $10. So planting the vines is a 10-year commitment. So I have a mod that makes it, I think, the 10th the cost. So rather than it being $105 per meter, it's only like $10 a meter.
So this is an idealistic world, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, there's a point where we have to trade off,
It still has to be fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, role-playing versus gameplay. So because I think we're going to enjoy this. I think we're going to continue doing grapes. I think what we should do is put in a couple more rows over here. There seems to be a bit of space. What are your thoughts? Do you want to put in 2 more rows over here and fill up the grass? Or do you want to reserve it for other...
Are you talking about the bit at the start there?
Yeah, where I'm standing with the truck.
I can't see where you are with the truck because I'm busy driving.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I think that...
Or we could just mow the grass that's there.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but if we do want to expand, we probably have the ability to put...
We have space to expand though, and it's good to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Especially, so I'm assuming with the grapes, you can sell them as grapes or then change them into wine or something? Is that how it goes?
So you can't do wine because this game has a...
You do grape juice?
Yes, it has an ESRB of G for general, so they don't mention anything to do with alcohol. But you can make grape juices, which is AKA wine.
And probably cereal as well, right?
Yeah, so the grapes can be turned into raisins, and then the raisins can be sold as raisins, or they could be sent to a cereal factory, and then they can
I'm
go...
done now. Do you want me to empty my thing into your...
Yeah, so let's just run it down to where the... where the... what do you call it? The trailer is. And yeah, so you can put it into a cereal factory. Every time you go into the next thing, it increases the value. So you may increase it by 30 or 40%. Sometimes it increases it by 50%. But you do need to own the production. So that's not a cheap thing necessarily. So I think for us, actually stop right there and I'll park right behind you.
That's why I thought I'd go back up this way.
Yeah. I think for us, we'll just sell the grapes for what they are. You might have to back up a little bit.
Yeah, I can do it.
It was right button and Y.
Yeah, I just had to wait till it gave me the prompt.
So it looks like our trailer's a pretty good size. It's 62% full.
And this one's empty now, so...
Yeah, so you can go park that in the shed. I don't know if this shed's going to be tall enough for that harvester.
I just folded it, so now it's shorter, but I don't think it will.
Yeah. So you pressed whatever it is, Shift and A or something, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it was left button.
So yeah, we have a new toy. That's awesome. I've actually never owned one of these in any of my farming adventures. So it's kind of cool that we've got one.
Look, oh my goodness, I love that you can see all the little twigs and everything, but they look a bit like blueberries to me, don't you reckon?
Yeah, they do a bit, don't they?
Feel like a blueberry-sized things.
Yeah.
Can you grow blueberries in this game? I wonder.
No, it's not a standard one. But yeah, hopefully maybe when they bring out Farming Simulator 25, that will be an option. Let's have a look at the prices. So that's the hamburger menu. Let's see what we can sell these grapes for. So currently, the farm restaurant is going up. So 2838. So
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, we're currently in October.
And farm shop's going up to. I think 2.8 is about as high as it ever goes.
Yeah,
because when you look at the price fluctuations, it's only showing 2,169 as the maximum. So
Yeah.
I would say let's sell it.
Let's do it and get the money.
Oh, wait a minute. No, 2,169. Is that the value, the current value?
2169 is the estimated highest price in the market, and so the fact that someone's paying better than that.
Let's do it, babe.
So that's a. So what was it? The farmer's shop, or was it the
Farm restaurant is $200 more per, but the shop's still high too. So I think take it to the restaurant first and then to the shop.
Yeah, see, we exceed the capacity that they have.
Yeah.
Our other option is to get the grape production, the grape processing facility, but I don't think we want to go there right now.
It's too early. I think it's too early.
Yeah.
We need to be making money first. I'm running over and following you.
And it's probably a $50,000 or $70,000 investment. So
we don't have that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, the shop's really cute inside. When I was driving past with that plough, I didn't notice. We did all this. Look at this.
Yeah, you did that. You did it. You did all that ploughing.
I did. That bit at the bottom still haunts me.
So this is the
It
restaurant.
will haunt my dreams for a while.
I'm going to jump out before we unload it and have a look around. So this is the
Very cute.
very outdoorsy because it's a very small building.
And
Oh
the
wow,
people
that is
walking
so
by.
close to what you see in the TV series.
Isn't it?
That's awesome. Where's
And I
the
like the little
Isn't there a
hay
little
bale.
room out the back? Oh yeah, around here. Here it is. The private room, which is. Oh yeah, yeah, that's exactly like the TV series. It's cool.
I think that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
All right, do you want the honours of selling the grapes since you did most of the harvesting?
Where is the grape selling thing?
Right,
Are you on
it's
it already?
sitting on it. Yeah, that's why the thing's glowing right now. So it's the
How
same.
do you tell it? Where's the eye? Does it have the eye?
No,
like the
so
other?
most things you don't need to use the eye. Most things you just unload it into the spot, and actually the icon is underneath here. So jump in the tractor, turn it on, and then move forward a little bit, and you'll be able to see that there's an. And then
Oh, start overloading. Is that what I'm doing?
go forward a bit, and so we can see the icon. Bit more, another half a length. Keep going. Bit more. Keep going. Go. Right, so it's got the same icon as before that we saw at the sawmill, where it's a trailer unloading its supplies. But in this case, you can just unload straight away, and I think it's right button and Y. I think.
Button Y, yes.
So yeah, go for it.
And how will it stop unloading when it has the maximum?
So if you ever, if it won't accept anymore, then it will just stop. And of course, okay, there you go. So they took a tiny amount. You didn't stop that, did you?
No.
Try again. Yeah, it looks like they're not accepting anymore. So what's the other option?
The farm shop. And it's 2,600, I think it said.
Yeah, so that's at the top of the hill. So do you want to run up there?
Yeah, let's do
So
it.
it's just up here. I'm gonna jump
And
over
they
there.
didn't take any.
They took a little bit, I think. Very, very small
So
amount.
we have 62% in here, 3,764 litres. Is that how much we had before?
Something very similar to that, yeah.
I didn't think that we had any
I think
extra money come in.
I think. Oh, maybe not actually. Yeah, maybe they
I
didn't
don't
accept
think
it.
they took any. Alright, is that the spot where you are now?
Yep, it's around the corner here.
Okay.
So it's on the back side of the barn they use for birthing lambs. So same deal as this one. Get the back of the trailer lined up with the icon. Yep, and then you should have the right button Y thing turn up on your screen.
Yeah, I do.
Go for it.
Oh, that didn't even... Maybe I'll go forward a bit more and see if that's an issue. No,
Oh,
it doesn't want to take it.
interesting.
So even though it's a high price, they're not taking it.
Hmm. So in that case, I think because everything else is at 1400, so that's more of the market value. I think we may need to keep it in our trailer until May. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Let's go back to the farm and just go park it.
I wondered if it's randomly during the day we try.
Yeah, each facility does have a quota, and maybe it's programmed that even though the price is high, it wants 0 in this month.
Yeah.
Because it is a way higher number than normal. So while you're doing that, I was thinking about, we've got 32,000 in the bank. Is there anything else that we can do that's passive? We've got this cell tower that's giving us a little bit of money, and we've got the gas thing that we saw over there, the gas tanks. I'm going to have a quick look at the construction menu to see if there's anything else that...
We should check out and see what our grass is doing too.
Yes, definitely. So under productions, generators, so we have $32,000. So really we've only got this little solar thing and a little wind turbine. So from an electricity point of view, we could generate some electricity.
Hey,
that's about it, really.
is that thing in the shed a pruner or something?
It is. This is how we reset. You can park it somewhere in there if you want.
You know what? I've forgotten how a thing jackknifes.
Can you squeeze it in there?
I'm forgetting how to back a trailer. No big deal.
You got it. Keep going, keep going.
It was too jackknifed.
Yeah, so that pruner, what we do is we put it onto the tractor and we go along and we'll actually take the leaves off of the vines. Now the leaves have to wilt and turn like brown. And so they're kind of dried up and dyed. And that is what resets the crop. So if you don't do that, it's like not reseeding. Oh, so close. So yeah, that's what that thing does. The other thing you can do from a efficiency point of view, if we go over here right now, you'll see that it says...
I don't want to tip this.
It says it needs plowing and it is not fertilized. And so there's equipment we can buy that will increase the fertilization, so like putting on fertilizer. This grass, we can push it into the ground. That's called a mulcher, and that gives us a 2% bonus. And also we can plow the ground, which is like tilling it up and making it a bit more fresh. And that's what needs plowing means. So that gives another a couple of percent. So yeah, there's a couple things we can do to make the grapes more efficient, but at a bare minimum, we have to use the trimmer. How you going there?
Oh, really bad.
You want to continue, or do you want me to do it?
I'm happy for you to do it. I got it, and then I forgot which way to turn it again. It's like every time I go back or go forward, I forget how exactly to control the jackknife. So much easier in real life with those trailers.
It is actually sometimes. All right.
So what are we doing now? I was too busy thinking about backing. So going over and checking our other property.
Yeah, you want to do that? Jump into the Santana, aka Land Rover, and let's run over and see how our grass is going. So you know what? With $32,000, buying a farm.
I feel like you're starting to think a little bit greed on me with this money, because we still have to pay all our debts.
Yeah.
We've still got debts, man.
We've got lots of debts.
I hear you, but we have a lot of outgoings right now, and we don't even have the equipment to harvest our grass.
That is true. So if we bought a farm, we may struggle.
The guy who bought the vineyard not making money, I just have to say.
Oh, it's kind of made money, just not enough.
Has it though?
Look at how cool that grass looks. That's a beautiful shade of green.
I never have been over here before since we did the ploughing, and you got a whole lot more logs in, I think, too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, there's still some more here. So
yeah, you finished the ploughing and then I did the seeding. Yeah. Doesn't that look cool?
Look how cute it is. I
so
love it.
The property goes up to where this hedge is. So there's not that actually many more trees until we kind of hit this big clearing area where the road ends. So there's this little group of trees here that we could maybe spend some time on clearing.
Or just these trees on this side of the street, you reckon?
Yeah, and then we can slowly work around the rest of them. Do you want to do that for a couple of minutes?
So what goes through from here? Is there another fence or something? There's not really, is there?
No, it's
So we could just make the whole thing one big field.
Oh,
couldn't we?
100%. Yeah, there's no gate or anything around here. We're actually surrounded by a forest. If we go through the hedge here, this is actually a dedicated forest area. So, yeah, it's just like a little U shape that's being cut out of the forest. So, yeah, do you want to do this for a little bit? And we'll get
How are we going with the wood pile? Do we still have a big pile of wood, or did you get most of that
So
done?
all the big pieces are gone. All we've got left is these little thin, long pieces that are a bit more pain to get rid of. But yeah, if we cut down these big ones, we could do a couple more loads of the big trailer and get another $4,000 or $5,000. So we could quickly do that.
I have another idea too. There's a cultivating thing for $4,000, a field 36. I'm just going to look what field 36 looks like.
See how big it is.
Yeah, see if I would regret my life. Well, it looks like it's about half the size of field 30.
That's the one where you ploughed.
Yeah, 30 was the one I ploughed at great time and sadness. But I think 36 looks like a good size. Like it feels doable to me. So maybe should we take that contract and I can do that while you cut down some more trees, or do you want to do the trees together and then work
That sounds like a deal. Yeah, so there's not much to choose from, is it? There's cultivating, harvesting, and those $1,000 contracts just aren't worth it, right? But yeah.
Well, it depends, because at the harvesting one, you get the extra money from the extra amount. But again, it's not going to be much if it's just a field that's 1,000, is it?
Field 3.
How big is field 3?
It's tiny. Absolutely tiny. Yeah, it's
Teeny-weeny.
not worth it. But yeah, I think you should go do the cultivating and get that started. So you want to jump over the shop and organise that? So book the contract. Don't forget to go borrow on the equipment.
Yeah, I'm assuming we'll have to borrow the equipment, right?
Yeah, you'll have to, do that. And then I'll cut down some trees, and then I'll catch up with you once I've got all these delivered and see what your progress is like.
Sounds good. I'm just about to finish my second striper round of cultivating this field. It's looking amazing.
Well, that's good timing, because I'm just putting the last log on this trailer. Well, trying to. It fell off.
Oh, tragedy.
Did I see like 30 or 40% pop up?
Something like that.
I think it's right there.
64. Wow, I'm nowhere near finished. Well, it feels like I'm nowhere near finished.
So I just cut down 2 big trees and 2 small trees.
I think I'm doing a lackadaisical job, but I don't think they expect you to cultivate the whole field.
So let me, so we've got a bit more space over here cleared out. I got about a third of the land that we had. So that looks pretty good. Let's get this sold, and then I'm going to pop down and see you, okay?
Yep, sounds good.
So what did the cultivator feel like? Is it kind of like ploughing? Did it feel different?
It's really quick, because with ploughing, it kept getting stuck on things. And this one, I set the cruise control on. I put it to 20 kilometres an hour, and the thing's naturally going 15. So much faster than the other field, and it's a much smaller field. So it feels like it's going to be a way quicker way of making some money.
It was an absolute behemoth of a tractor though, right?
Oh, this tractor, the tractor of my dreams, and I've never dreamt of tractors, so.
I think the Landini, this blue one that you had before, I think it has 70 horsepower. I'm guessing the one you're in right now is like 400 or 500 horsepower.
Crazy.
So that explains that. But this Landini's doing a great job. It's been able to pull all these trailers worth of logs.
It does what we need it to do, and I think that's often the way with anything like this. Sometimes if you've got the right equipment, it doesn't need to be the best on the market. It just has to do the job. And so, I mean, this just happens to be some wealthy landowner, possibly Clarkson Farm,
Actually, I think
is loaning us.
I think it may be very, very
I think
close.
it is.
Yeah, I think it's very close to his homestead type area. So it might actually be a piece of land that's associated with his farm, yeah. I know the ones around the shops are definitely part of his thing, based on, watching the series and stuff. All right, I'm about to drop off another load of these logs. Trying not to flip it in the process. I don't know why there's this massive divot in the ground here. It's kind of weird. All right.
Maybe a lot of people dropped off logs in the cold weather, in the rain.
$3,327.
That's really got us going when it comes down to building our own farm. I think that's been a really good passive source of income, but a finite one. So once that's all gone, it's going to be a bit more.
Yeah, we're about halfway through.
Scary.
So yeah, I think we've probably got maybe 30,000 off it so far, or maybe a bit less because of those contracts.
Oh, I'm at 84% complete. If you want to see me doing this,
Better hurry up.
Better hurry up.
I'll rush down there. Make sure I don't hit any cars.
It's a very small country lane.
So if I remember right, it was past the farm shop and then on the left, correct?
No. It's on the... I don't know. You follow on the map.
Yeah, past home and then on the left, right?
I think it's on the right. I turned right off the... I think it's left at that Y fork.
Yeah.
And then on the right-hand side.
Okay, so there's home over there, and here's the caravan park over here. Here's the shop with all the people parking for it. Restaurants down the bottom of the hill.
I might be nearly done.
So here's 34. The sun's taking a fair while to come up, isn't it?
It's next to 34. You should see me as you come up. There you go.
There you are. And there's a gate somewhere?
Yeah, at the far end. Because I panicked because I saw that gate in between the fields and I was like, no, I can't turn this thing.
We don't have to worry about those little gap things. It should be fine.
Yeah, I think for this purpose, I think I'm actually doing a more thorough job than was expected. Considering we just saw 84%. And I got this big gap in the middle. I guess I'll have beautiful crops on the outside and not so much, and they'll be like wondering why, I think.
That or the worker. Clarkson will send up Caleb to fix it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, those
Or
tracks.
just look at the
Those tracks are huge.
on the trail on the tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I think this thing could climb a mountain. Look at its caterpillar.
Yeah. So what's the contract say? Just have a look at the.
Oh, you just paused it.
I did.
That's
Just
right,
doing the
good.
same thing. You are at 95%. Oh, there it goes. 94% completed. Go through the middle and it should pop.
I'm going to do it.
Just kind of YOLO it. Yeah, there's a pretty big level of variance, and so
Some of them need a lot more than others, and I think this one, if I'd driven up and down with a big line in between, it would definitely have done it. Just having fun now.
drawing a figure S, making a go-kart course.
Pretty much.
What's that percentage look like? 97. Yeah, it's flying up there. That wasn't too bad, like from an effort point of view.
Yeah, it was fine. Especially at this speed, you can see it just zipped along.
So we can't use this equipment on our land in any way. It will say it's not allowed, but we could use it on another contract. But I don't think there's another contract that a cultivator.
No, this is a very light on contract month, I think.
Yeah, we've passed that key point in the year where there's lots of harvesting and stuff. But when planting season starts in March, April,
I guess when you're buying a vineyard and don't really mind about the other crops, this is what happens, right?
Yeah, you get to help your neighbours.
That's right. But not with very much because it's winter soon. Right, hopefully this does it.
Yeah, if it doesn't, there's a big swipe to the right that you can probably do.
Yeah, I know.
It's quite a wide width for that cultivator.
I know, it's fantastic, isn't it?
I think that may be close to the biggest tractor that you can buy versus the biggest.
Contract filled, I think it said.
Did it?
I think so.
It did. Guess what? Collect. Done.
And then, oh my goodness, I fell to the ground in the middle of a cultivated field.
Another $3,000 in our bank. So risky one trailer load of logs. Cool. Let's probably.
Well, let's look. Is there any other contracts near here? What have we got left? There's only 2 other contracts.
They're only $1,000 each. I think we can
Yeah.
just give up for the day and move on to November. Let's run up to our timber area and we'll end the day there.
Sounds good.
And arrived. Yeah, we're making good progress up here.
Yeah, it's looking good. Looks like we could probably expand that grass field just a touch more.
Yeah, I think since it's 11 a.m., we should definitely spend the rest of October getting these last few trees down and ploughing and seeding this last little area so that this grass is only 1 month behind the grass next to it. And probably get rid of that pile of the smaller trees, yeah, like you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Get some more
I've
money.
decided to start putting this in here just to try and get ourselves
Cool.
sorted for the next time.
Well, what a month. We got to do some grape harvesting. We've kind of committed to that by leasing the harvester. And
Yeah, we tried out some of the cultivating.
yeah, with that massive tractor. That was really cool. And we got some of our bigger logs sold. Helped the bank account by about another $10,000. Yeah, I think we started the day about 30 and ending nearly 40. So that's pretty good month. So awesome. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, Mrs. Donut.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.